What's good? Thank you for tuning in today. Today on the show, we're going to talk about fatherhood. We're going to talk about being a parent, parenting from a distance, parenting in person, and parenting young adults. Yes, I said it. Young adults. It's a scary thing. Like when you have kids and you're so used to telling them, hey, bro, adults are talking, and then they turn 18 and they're all like, yeah, I am an adult, so I can't talk. It's all like, yeah, but this is too adulting for your taste because you're a new adult. I'm a veteran adult. So you still can't participate in the conversation. But I digress. Some conversations the kids need to be a part of, especially if it has to do with them. They need to be a part of it to learn how to accurately stand up for themselves and verbalize what they want, what they need, and et cetera, et cetera. This week has been an emotional week for me internally. I've been working like crazy, and my daughter went to prom and she looked so beautiful in her purple and pink dress. It was giving Alice in Wonderland meets Cinderella. Yes, that is a thing. That dress was on point. I love it. I mean, the place where she got it from, I don't know. It was in Houston. It was a Contour House. I think I said it right. A Contour House. And like, yeah, crazy story behind that dress was like, yo, we got the dress. They sent the wrong dress. Then they had to go back and remake the dress. We weren't sure if we are going to get the dress in time. We got the dress in time, and everything still went a little bit shaky a little bit, but it went good. She had a good time at her prom, made it back home safe. As a parent, I'm happy. But then it got me thinking. She came back home and she was safe. She's about to leave, y'all. She's about to leave and go to college. How will I know when she makes it back home safe? Like, what if she forgets to call? And then I'm up all night wondering, like, did you make it home? Did you make it home? Did you make it home? I don't want to annoy you, but I need to know, did you make it home? I know y'all are going to say there's locations and you can track her movements and all that other stuff. Like, yeah, but it's still not the same as my baby coming home and I'm there to greet her. Hey, baby, how was your day? How was your evening? How was it? Now, granted, this particular kid of mine is a bookworm. So trying to get this kid to go out into society is hard because she feels that humans are crazy and she'd rather hang out with aliens than real people. I've told her that I need her to get her head out the books and out the clouds and commune and participate in human civilization, but I digress. Hey, I understand where she's coming from because sometimes I feel, humans can be a little bit too much for me at times. I know I can't be the only one who feels like that. Like, yo, like if I had the choice between chilling with an alien, extraterrestrial life form or a human, I'm probably gonna go hang out with an extraterrestrial life form because I mean, sometimes humans are just a little bit too much, but that's not to say the extraterrestrial life form is not too much. But regardless, here nor there, I'm getting off topic. Parenting has been the highlight of my life. Like, it's second only to being a husband. And parenting the 5 wonderful children that I've been able to parent it's presented its challenges at times, but it's also given me a new look on reality. Looking at things from their points of views and hearing how they view the world and how they see the world. It gets me thinking sometimes like, yo, I raised some all right children. But the question that pops in my head sometimes too is, did I do enough? Did I say enough? Was I, as a dad, as a parent, was I enough? Will the lessons that I taught them fade the moment they get out of my sight? Or will it be lessons that is ingrained in them throughout their lifetime? It gets me thinking sometimes, and I'm gonna go somewhere with it. Have you ever wondered what the definition of immortality is? Have you ever thought, what does it mean to be immortal? My definition and my thought process on immortality is having something, a legacy, a lesson, and the idea or the image of you transcend time to where it's never forgotten. Like we'll take Martin Luther King, for instance. To me, that man is immortal. He's not immortal in the sense of he can't die. He can't pass away. He's immortal in the sense of his legacy, his life, the image of him will never fade from existence because we constantly remind ourselves of things he did, things he said, how he conducted himself in life. And we try to model ourselves and our children after said person. So for me, another immortal person in my life is my grandpa on my mom's side. The lessons he taught me, the image of him, the way he looked at life is ingrained in me. And so I don't feel he's really gone because he lives inside of me. The image of him, the idea of him lives inside of me, and the lessons he's taught me, which I still lean on to this day, is the same lessons I'm teaching my children. And I don't take credit for the lessons that my grandpa taught me. I tell them, nah, this came from Papa. He taught me this. So that way, the idea of a person is never forgotten. To me, that's the definition of immortality. So I said that to say the lessons that I do teach my children, be it from my grandpa or be it some lessons that I've learned and taught them myself, will it be ingrained in them? Will it guide them? Will it help them? Are they ready to face this cold world? Because be honest with yourself, nobody's ever really ready to face the world. Because I mean, the world is not a terrible place. The world is what you make of it. Sometimes, even if you don't put nothing into it, it'll automatically come up with an assumption. It'll automatically come up with something for you or a label for you. And so I tell my kids this, you know, go out there and stand for what you want. Be the change you seek. I'll tell y'all that. In order to implement a change, you must first be the change. You can't change the world on hopes and prayers. You have to actually go out there and put in work and do the work. You have to first be the change, and then it should ripple effect. Take What's Good Family Podcast. There's only so much I can do myself. But through this podcast, I feel I can reach people and bring them over to the brand and let them see how I view the world, and I get to see how they view the world. And through our shared world views, we implement the changes in our lives that we would like to see. I tell my kids this all the time. Don't let the world define you. You need to have the definition of you without the world telling you who you are, because the world could tell you a pack of lies and tell you you're this, that, and the third, and you're really not this, that, and the third. One of the things I tell my kids all the time, number one, that should be incorporated in your identity is you are a child of God. You are a child of the Most High. And that makes you a prince and a princess. So conduct yourself in a prince and princess manner, not in a peasantry manner. Now, that's just something I tell my kids. Not saying that they're anybody else's peasants or to look down on people, but I tell them that so that way they understand you have to conduct yourself with dignity and grace. Be humble, be appreciative of the things you have and the people that's been in your corner and the people that's helped you get to where you've gotten to. Be grateful for the things that have been bestowed upon you. Even natural talent. Be grateful for natural talent because it can go as quick as it can. You have to be cognizant that there are those who don't have. There are those who are less fortunate than you. That doesn't mean that you're better than them, because at the drop of a dime, you could be in their shoes and they be in yours. You never know. So always be grateful for what you have. Work for what you want. Nothing in this world is going to come easy to you. Nothing in this world is going to be handed to you. I was always taught, if it comes easy, it ain't worth it. If it comes easy, then anybody can do it. And if anybody can do it, is it really worth having? What makes it special if everybody can do it? There's been a big conversation in a lot of my podcasting circles that is the market becoming oversaturated with podcasts? Does everybody feel they can do a podcast? I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm too green in this podcast and stuff to really give a definite answer. One of the questions that I did see somebody ask is, what is your why? Why are you doing the podcast? Why do you want to do the podcast? What is it that you see that needs to be changed that only you can do it? And you don't see nobody else do it. Once you figure out your why, that'll tell you if you're meant to be doing podcasting. You flip that over to life. What is your why? Why do you want to do this? Is it a flight of fancy? Is it this is my hobby? Is it this is something I've thought about and I want to do and I want to be? Take that time to figure out your why and figure out who it is that you want to be. Don't let nothing or no one define you and tell you who you are. You define yourself. Being a parent, I've learned that I set the tone. It's no longer what my parents did or didn't do. It's about what I'm going to do now that I'm the parent. And I feel there are so many people out there who blame their lack of parenting skills or their lack of being able to be a good parent. Well, it's because I never had good parents myself, which could be true. Two things can be true at the same time. Even though you never had the great example of what a parent should do, did you take the time out to learn how to be a better parent? So as quick as you're blaming somebody else, you got to also blame yourself, because at what point in time do we take accountability for our actions? What point in time do we take accountability for where we're at? That's another thing I teach my kids all the time, accountability. You have to be accountable. And I'm going to say this, and a lot of men may get upset with me, but I can't speak for women. But for men, I feel that's one of the areas that a lot of us lack is accountability. The ability to say I am where I am because of the things that I did that got me to where I'm at. We're so quick to say, well, because of this and because of that. No, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And the reaction is going to be good or bad depending on your action. So what was your action to the reaction that led you to where you are? And if you look back and you realize, man, if I would have done this differently, take accountability on that. Don't sit up there and say, oh, I'm tired of my baby moms, so I ain't gonna have nothing to do with the kid. Nah, bro. Your baby moms shouldn't be the determining factor of you trying to be a part of your kid's life. Nah, take ownership, take accountability. Because when you and baby moms was in the sheets and doing what you was doing, you weren't worried about all that. Now that the tables turn, nah, bro, don't turn green and run and stand 10 toes down. We have to take accountability for our actions, for where we're at, and for where we're trying to go. We have to lead by example. And that's one of the things that I've tried to do with my children is lead by freaking example. Nothing in this world comes easy. There's always going to have to be some type of sacrifice. The question is, what is the price that you're willing to pay? I told myself, for my kids to have a good life, I'm willing to go above and beyond. I'm willing to take the hard right over the easy left. I'm going to show them how a man is supposed to act and carry themselves. I'm going to show them how a man is supposed to treat his wife and how a woman is supposed to treat her husband. We have to set these examples and normalize these things for these kids. We can't normalize the things that they see on TV because that's not normal. That's not everyday reality. That's the reality that you see on TV, but it should not be the actual reality that they have in the home. Because most, contrary to popular belief, most black homes are not divided. There's two parents. Most black kids are not growing up without fathers because they're there. Now, the father and the mother may not be together, but I've noticed a lot, and I've seen it more in this generation of co-parents actually co-parenting and working together. Heck, even when you get married, it's still co-parenting because y'all are two different individuals who may have two different styles of parenting, and you have to come together and figure it out. So I said all that to say we have to one, take accountability. We have to two, set the example. And then three, pray that we can reach the immortal status with our children and then their children, and let our lessons last a lifetime and save these children from a heartache of a lifetime. But we can't save them from every heartache because some heartaches are important and sometimes they do need to go through it. Teach your kids what you can to get them to the next level. Don't be one of those parents who is jealous that their kids are making strides in the right direction, so you want to hinder them in their growth. No, help your children get to where they want to get to. And sometimes, a lot of times, in helping your children, you help yourself. Think about it. If you're new to this, go on and hit that like, follow, comment, share, and subscribe button. If you are true to this, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this episode. Until the next time, peace.